non-TDE people, including the Weeknd. And it's let's see. I think that's all I think that's all I have to say on Black Panther, though. You know, so. What are we going to next? Is there a...
I mean, what did I have written?
Are we going to talk about the Safari thing?
I do not want to talk about Safari and his penis, dog. I don't want to.
I've never seen Safari.
I never saw it either.
I've never seen Safari's alleged penis, but apparently bitches' mouths are dropping to the floor when they see it.
I saw Genuine's and I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
Oh,
I don't want to do this.
I didn't know Genuine.
I don't want to do this.
I didn't know that was out there.
Apparently, Genuine's and Chris Brown both like go to their ankles.
Oh, well, good for them. I mean, good.
And I was like, nah.
Good for them.
Nah, fuck that. That's not me. I don't care. I'm not gonna care about another man's penis.
Okay, well, you putting a lot of effort into talking about it, bro. If you don't care, so that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, so I wanted to. I mean,
what was it? What were we gonna touch on next?
Guns or Monique?
Let's talk about Monique.
Monique.
So for those who are not aware,
give all the context.
Okay, Monique made a huge deal about the offer the offer given to her by Netflix. They offered her $500,000 for a Netflix original special, and she was super fucking offended by that. You know what I mean? Because she posted a video. She basically said that, oh, that's bogus that you guys did that because you offer Amy Schumer this, you offer this person that, and she was taking a stance that was against Netflix because she feels like they did her wrong. And
she wanted everybody to boycott Netflix.
She wanted them to boycott Netflix because of how they did her. She basically, but you know what's funny? I feel like if they would have offered her, I don't know, fucking, what did they give? They gave Dave Chappelle like $13 million. 20 million. Okay.
60 for 3 shows.
Oh yeah, you're right, and there's 4 of them.
Yeah, so 20 each, dog.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Exactly. So yeah. I mean, if they would have offered her like 10 million, she would have probably boycotted them. But because they didn't offer her, I feel like that's why it became that. I feel like honestly, that's why she made it into a gender/race thing. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, people put Dave Chappelle top 3 all-time comedians. Amy Schumer got 11 or 13 mil.
Yeah, she's not funny. I agree. Producer.
Amy Schumer?
Amy Schumer's not funny.
Amy Schumer found her niche.
She doesn't have a niche.
She found her niche, which I could respect as somebody's trying to find our niche. She found her niche, making it funny to make fun of herself for being a whore. And that's essentially her comedy, and she had a big movie and a TV show, so she was hot at the time.
Trainwreck, can't lie. Trainwreck was decent. Trainwreck was more so funny because of the cast around her, but that's happened to a few people, but it doesn't fucking happen all that often.
That movie, fuck that movie. That one didn't really do so well, but there was a time where she was pretty poppin', and who else?
She did. She has done a couple worldwide tours.
Yeah, Chris Rock got some money too, right?
Yeah, he's done a couple worldwide tours. Too,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Some Netflix money.
Yeah, he did too. Yeah, because he has his Tambourine. That's his most recent comedy special.
Yeah. So what Netflix is trying to do is obviously they're gonna try to overpay everybody that's poppin' because they want everybody to come to Netflix. That just so happened to be the fact also why Monique got $500,000, because she really hasn't done much comedy wise or really anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was the Christmas movie that she made in 2016, which made like $25 million.
Okay, so
she's done stuff movie wise and things like that. But as far as for actual comedy, she might still do like little clubs and shit like that. But she hasn't done anything big. Like, she hasn't done any like televised HBO, Showtime, Comedy Central specials.
Yeah. So like that, my only thing, not my own thing, but one of my biggest things is, if you believe in yourself that much, that you're that offended, you should have taken the $500,000, done the show, and it would have taken off anyways.
Exactly. And then next thing you know, if 100% props to Monique. Monique is hilarious, I guess.
At one point she was definitely hilarious.
Yeah, at one point she was definitely hilarious. I mean, I think she did a great role in Precious. Precious wasn't a funny movie, but she was definitely funny.
She got an Oscar for not being funny, which is funny.
Exactly. But I mean, and she was on the Breakfast Club, and they actually, because they brought her in because she wanted to give her part on the topic, and I love the fact, I can't lie. There was two things I loved. I love the fact that she kept calling Charlemagne by his government name.
Leonard.
His name is
Leonard.
It's Leonard. She kept calling him by his government name the whole thing, and she casually calls her husband daddy. That is definitely what I want from a woman I'm with. Like, there's a couple times when. No, it was crazy. Like, there was a couple times where he went to go say something, and she'd just be like, "Oh, would you say daddy?" Like, just super casually, in casual conversation, she calls her husband daddy.
For the record, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm not gonna lie, I had the chance the past couple days.
Mm-hmm. But you just didn't, it's fine.
But I was playing video games.
Nerd.
Because,
Nerd.
Anime.
Yeah, true. love this anime, man.
So, I only heard and read after the fact what other people were saying about it. Believe me, after this, I'm gonna watch it and listen to it. But, that I did not know.
Oh, yeah, that was something that was really funny. But the whole time, I think it's interesting the way she speaks. So she's just like, then why would you do such a thing to me like that, Leonard? Why would Leonard? Because she mixes it up a couple times. Leonard, why would you do that? Like, why would you give me Donkey of the Day? You wouldn't give your great grandmother Donkey of the Day for standing up against racial oppression. So you're still not explaining to me. This is 25 minutes into the interview. You're still not explaining to me why you gave me Donkey of the Day.
Okay, Monique. You know what? If it was a gender thing, what's her face got 11 or 13 mil? I can't remember off the top right now.
I think it was 13.
Okay, so let's say for argument's sake, she got 13 mil, so it's not really a gender thing. Mm-hmm. Dave Chappelle's black. Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. He's referencing the joke that Chris Rock makes in Tambourine.
Chris Rock got hella money. And they're both black, so it's
not a race thing.
So it's not a race thing. So I don't know what else she has to stand on besides the fact the market's not hot for Monique.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. The market isn't hot for Monique.
Like, if somebody offered me $500,000 right now for this podcast to do, dog, I would do that.
Of course. I mean, if somebody said that they'd sponsor us for fucking $1,000, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
$1,000 an episode.
And yeah, and I mean, it's like one of those things where, like you said, the market isn't super hot right now for Monique. You know, Monique is a legend. Comedy wise, Monique has definitely come a long way. She's been in comedy for over 20 years. Monique has done great things for comedy. You know what I mean? But especially for black women in comedy, Monique has done amazing things. But like I said, there's not a huge demand for stand-up from her right now. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where, Dave Chappelle's comeback was so instrumental because he hadn't done a big venue in like 10 years. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He was doing those small clubs, but he wasn't doing anything massive, So it was like, it was just, that's why the appeal for that was. And Chris Rock, he's been doing like back-to-back worldwide tours for the last couple years. So it's like one of those things where there's still a demand for him. Monique, yes, she had that one Chris movie in 2016, and she has some other stuff that she does, but the comedy demand for her doesn't really seem all that high.
God damn it!
Speaking of that, Tiffany Haddish.
I was about to say that.
I already knew that off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish had it just processed an offer from Netflix for a special for $800,000, and she said something like,
was it 800?
It was 800,000. She said that it's not. She said basically it's a great chunk of money that it will help me take care of my family, and I guess Monique tuned in on it and just said, "Oh, like, congratulations to you, sister. Like, do your thing." But so.
800,000 for someone that is kind of new to the scene, right?
Tiffany Haddish has been around for a little bit, but she's just now, like, she's, like, making her way up now. Like, she's really making her way up. Technically, you're always making your way up when you first start.
Yeah.
But, she's in the OGs, which is Tracy Morgan's, his show on TBS, yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, now you know about it. It's basically a show about Tracy Morgan plays a character that's been in jail for, like, 15 years or something like that. And it's, like, him adjusting to everything. And Tiffany Haddish is his, like, ex-wife.
Okay.
And she also has like her Netflix animated series that she's gonna be doing.
She hosted SNL.
She was the first black. What wasn't she? Wasn't she the first black female comic to host SNL?
I think so.
And she has 2 books. I know one of them's like a New York Times bestseller. And
so the market's hot for her right now.
Definitely.
But she didn't have the huge resume and huge cult following like a Dave Chappelle or a Chris Rock, so she didn't get millions. But that's still, like, I would think that's pretty fair for someone in their first Netflix special, right?
Yeah, and like the key word is the market's hot for her right now. So it's like, and another thing to tune in on to think about. Tiffany Haddish at the moment, she isn't selling out arenas. You know, maybe in the future.
Maybe nice theaters, like a few thousand people.
Yeah, but she's not selling out like a theater that'll fit fucking 12,000 people. You know what I mean? Like or 20,000 people.
Yeah,
you know?
like a Dave Chappelle could do that.
Yeah,
Cat Williams could do that.
Yeah, easily. Because Cat Williams is still selling out like massive shows. You know what I mean? I don't know if somebody think about arenas because I went to go see him last year, and it was like the UIC Pavilion, which is not an arena.
Isn't that like 2,500 though?
Oh yeah, it is a little small. Yeah, but
I mean that's still a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. I'm like my efforts to potentially be a comedian. I'm not having 2,500 people coming out to see me. So, but for a person of Cat Williams' caliber,
you would think
I think the United Center. But that's not the point. Basically, for Monique, market's not super hot for her right now. That's why I feel like they didn't want to offer her all that much money. And I feel like Charlamagne made a great point. He was like, if you feel like you're worth more, and you know you're worth, which she does, you know that you're worth more than $500,000 for it to do a nicely produced, large venue stand-up special.
Doesn't Netflix put up all the money anyway?
I think so. I think Netflix funds all that shit.
Yeah, okay, but go ahead.
And basically Charlamagne was just like, why don't you like start your own little tour? You know, like
exactly.
Like your husband is your manager. Why don't you guys like get together, talk about it, and like set up your own tour? You know what I mean? Rent out some venues and then
make a few mil.
Yeah, and then exactly. You could probably make double what Netflix was offering you from doing it on your own. You know what I mean?
Now, granted, that would take like 4 months.
Yeah, to put together, but to arrange things like that. But 4 months is okay if at the end of it she makes like $3 million. You know what I mean? Like if she's doing like these like 1,000 people venues. You know what I mean? And these tickets are expensive. You know, like I'm assuming these would. Because when I saw Dave Chappelle, a ticket for a Dave Chappelle show was like $60.
For like way back or general admission or what?
It was just like general. It was like it was like we were like because he was doing it at Talia Hall, which is a place in Pilsen in Chicago. We were in the balcony, and we were like if we were right here, he was on the stage like right there. So it was like a little diagonal, view of him, and those tickets, and they the most you could get a ticket for, like if you were like front row, was like $300. There's gonna be people for the Monique thing if she does it who will happily pay for pay that $500-$600 because that's what it is. Well, she's not a Kevin Hart at this point, but if you were because like when Kevin Hart comes, if you want a front row seat, he's actually doing a show in Chicago in March. I want to get tickets for. A front row seat for a Kevin Hart show is like $900. You know what I mean? So it's like. She could easily make her own money.
I mean, not easily, but she could make her own money. She could have easily taken the $500,000, and the shit would have blown up anyways.
I agree. She could, if she would have took the $500,000, did the special, then if the special would have been good, and we can't say because sometimes people's comebacks aren't all that good. The special would have been good. She could have launched a tour based on the Netflix special.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then made more money.
And then made even more money. I think
we agree she should have just done the Netflix.
Agreed. She should have done the Netflix.
Taken that $500,000, flipped it.
And especially if the special was good, Netflix would have paid her more for the next one.
Exactly. She
would have
got like a $10 million 2-show deal or some shit.
Yeah, agreed. You know what I mean? But hey, it didn't happen, so.
Monique, step up. You gotta step up.
Shout out to Monique, I love you.
Shout out to Monique. The Parkers was great.
Love that show. But yes.